It is time for the faith walk of the day. So I'm doing a devotional with my family and going through Genesis. And if you really look at Genesis as a whole, not just verse by verse, it is God loving us and God trying to give us the ability to be in control of the earth, right? Dominate the earth, be fruitful and multiply. And so many places in scripture, disobedience comes in, and then comes grace and mercy, where he gives another chance and another chance and another chance. And I want to talk about how we want to change, but sometimes we don't realize that we're the ones that have to change. I know a lot of songs about change me, God, and fix me, God, and Lord, if you just take this out of my heart, take this away, when really what happens is we need to lay stuff down. We need to come out of agreement with certain mindsets and certain things that we've done, and we need to forgive ourselves and allow ourselves to change and hold ourselves accountable for the things we say and the things we do and the actions that we take. Whether you're talking about Abraham and Sarah, or Sarah laughed at God, or Sarah trying to make a way for God. Here, sleep with Hagar because I'm not gonna have no babies. I'm too old. Because she didn't trust God's timeline. They said that we was gonna have a baby, but I'm too old. Listen, God must want me to do it another day. Let me help you out. And sometimes that's what we try to do in our inability to really trust God. We try to help God out. I'm going to make this way. Whether you talk about Jacob and Esau, or further down when it's Rachel and Leah, or, just all through scripture, there is God giving you something, promising something, and then this great disobedience. How many times have we seen that in our own lives? God promising you something. I had this vision. God, show me this. I'm going to do this. And it doesn't happen the day or the way you want. And then you make your own way. Then it falls apart. Then you come back to God and you say, God, why? What happened? When really, if we would stop and be obedient and just listen and be patient and wait on God's time, it will come when he wants it to come. Now, listen, sometimes that means the blessing that you want may come in the next generation. How will you deal with that? How do you process that? Just go to me. How would I process that? If the dreams that I had don't happen for me, they happen for Krista. That's perfectly fine with me. I'm going to live a life serving God and trusting God and resting in God and watching my daughter go on to what God promised. That would be not just for me, but in my family line, because I'm not selfish with the blessings. I want my kids to be blessed. I want my children's children, I want my sisters and siblings to be blessed. So when God blessing your family, that's not always just your immediate, however, the parents and kids. Sometimes it extends. Be okay with that. And make sure you set them up right. Make sure you teach them a foundation of faith. Make sure you prepare them with what you know. You pour and you give and you teach so the next generation can learn. It doesn't have to stop with you, but disobedience can stop you faster than anything. So we must be obedient to what God is telling us to do. God, yes, will give us another chance, but sometimes we didn't even have to mess up in the first place if we was just obedient. All right. So be obedient. That's my faith walk for today.